And spin. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was a close one. I'm gonna read The Invisible Hotel next, which is a horror. So we're sticking with the thrill of the crime for a bit longer.
Sam, you're smiling, old man. What's happened? I do smile. It's not that unusual. It was, for a while. It's good to see you happy again. I'm guessing this is thanks to Ava?
It is Wednesday, my dudes, and I'm still COVID positive. It's been a week, and I am tired of this, honestly. What bothers me is this tiredness, this exhaustion that hits me when I move more than like my left hand. Anyways, things I still can do without a problem is first of all, read, and second of all, give you updates. So a win is a win. This morning, I already finished Meet Me on the Buddy Bench, which was different than I expected, which is not bad. We kind of follow Ava on her journey to her diagnosis, and that is a very frustrating thing to witness. And I'm really glad that we have this friendship and love with Sam on the other side to like balance things out a bit, which is not real life. I know that, like, we all know that this is not always how it is, but yeah, that made it a very wholesome story, and just the support that she can count on from like other people while she is on this very difficult journey just makes this book so wholesome and so nice to read or to listen to. So I really enjoyed this, and I'm glad that I got to read this through this prompt because otherwise I would have probably never known about this book. So now that I finished that audiobook, it is time to get into some extra credit, which is actually unheard of. I don't think I've ever had the time to do some extra credit during my semesters, which is a shame, but we will remedy that this time. I will read Hot Wax by ML Rio. I've not read anything else by them before. I've not read If We Were Villains, Graveyard Shift. No, is it Graveyard Shift? I think so. This is going to be my first book by the author. It just came out, so I'm really excited about this, and I will read this for Conjuration Ordinary Grade. The prompt is to read something with a circle on the cover, and it has this uh, vinyl, I think it's called, right? On the cover. So that is a circle. The premise could be potentially very dark. We have our protagonist, Suzanne, and she has been following her father when she was a child, or she had been following her father when she was a child who has a band, and something happens. Everything goes awry. She flees into a suburban, quiet life, but then something happens again, and she has to revisit that time, if I remember correctly, and try to figure some things out from back then. That sounds like a gripping story, actually. I will get into this on my walk later on. But for now, we have another book to finish today, which is The Invisible Hotel. I have 100 pages left here, and guys, I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm flying through the pages, but I can't say I'm loving it yet, which is not great after half of the book because it's not as creepy as I thought in the beginning. I will get into the gist of this a little more later on because I feel like I've been talking for quite some time now, and I don't want to bore you for too long in one sitting. So, more on this later. I made myself some turmeric chai. I have my reading ambience video ready, and I will get into this. Goal is to finish this today so we can choose another book together. Here's Madame Sonia, by the way, who you've just been seeing in the background. He's been joining me here in my quarantine room for the past few days. Such a cutie.
Suzanne burned rubber like she could outrun all the baggage. The crates and cable trunks that crashed against the tailgate every time she lurched into a higher gear, clumsy with the stick shift after all these years.
So it's almost dark already, but I just finished The Invisible Hotel, so I wanted to give you a last little update on the book, which is not the easiest thing to do, to be honest. We have the POV of Yewon here. She's a young woman from a small village in South Korea, which is called Dalbit, and she's grown up there with a custom that is a little unsettling. I have to say, to me, I don't know. I googled it quickly. I'm not sure this is really a custom in Korea. I don't I don't think it is, not to this extent as it's happening here in the book. I don't want to say that I'm 100% sure though. I will leave everyone to their own research here, but it is described in a very unsettling way as well. And this has, she's always questioned that particular custom. And also, she has very unsettling, weird dreams about this invisible hotel, which, if I understood this correctly, comes back to the Korean War and the way it has impacted the South Korean culture. Yeah, there are so many dimensions to this. It was a great read, very educational. I think I probably grasped about like 50% of this because I don't have any prior knowledge about the Korean War. But if you do maybe have some knowledge on this topic, or if you want to get into this, I do recommend this. I don't know if I said already, I wouldn't say this is necessarily a horror novel, but it does have these two horror elements in it. And sometimes it is hard to differentiate between what is Yeon really experiencing and what is happening only in her head, which I think is a common theme in horror books. But other than that, this was a very enlightening and very tough read as well. So I'm glad I read this. But I'm also glad now that I can hopefully get into a little bit of a lighter read for the next 2 days. Alrighty then, let's delete The Invisible Hotel. There's only 3 books left now. Isn't that crazy? Let's go. Okay. Exciting. The magician is getting his last chance. His last chance. This is the last bigger book I have on my TBR for this month. So it will probably be a little while until I finish this, especially as I'm going back to work tomorrow, finally. But I will do my best to get through this rather quickly, and we will see if this is going to be a DNF or not. It is Monday already. I wanted to finish up this vlog yesterday. Needless to say, I did not. But I wanted to give you a quick little update before we are wrapping this up for this week. I managed to read quite a bit on the train on my little trip on Saturday, and I am now 30% done with Voice of the Ocean. I don't think it's going to be a new favorite. It's very Little Mermaid-esque, I want to say. And I have to admit that I'm not a big Disney girly, so I think this will probably resonate a bit more with people who are. But it is a nice story. Like, it's cute. It is very cute. So I will definitely be continuing this. And then also a little update on The Magician. I'm only on page 157. I wanted to read a bit more yesterday. It did not pan out. That's just how it is sometimes. That's okay. I will try to finish this though until Wednesday evening because I will be busy for the second half of the week and I will probably not be able to read a lot. And we still have to finish 3 books besides this one. So audiobook not included. So I really need to get done with this. I will do my very best to finish this soonish. And I will tell you more about this in the next vlog. Also about hot wax. There might not be a new vlog next week because, as I mentioned, I won't have much time this week to film or to read. But I might upload something else instead. Who knows? It's gonna be a surprise for all of us. Anyways, I hope you will enjoy whatever is to come, and I hope you enjoyed this one. I bid you farewell for now, and I hope to see you next time. Have a good one. Bye.